Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology. Trying to not make noise there. I think it worked. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am literally here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. So I'm just getting a little hand lotion. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. We have got a fantastic community because of you. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello, hello. Don't forget, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works best for you. And apparently, you have to watch at least 3 minutes for YouTube to count it as a view. Okay. Anyway. All right. I had some technical difficulties, but let me know if my sound is okay, if the camera's okay. The poor people over on the Stay Calm live stream, which I do before this one most days, had a black screen and then briefly had an all me in all purple. Like the whole image was purple and fuzzy and dark. and yeah. So anyway, okay, so we're good. Okay. All right. In that case, let's just jump in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And so, on today's episode, not liking the Supreme Court ruling concerning Kilmar Garcia, the Nacho Narcissist tried to go to the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals to appeal that decision. The response did not go well for him. Juan Carlos Lopez-Gomez, a 20-year-old Georgia-born American citizen, was detained by ICE yesterday after a traffic stop. During the stop, he reportedly turned over his ID and Social Security card, but was detained anyway. Last I heard, it was for at least 10 hours. And there is speculation over whether or not Trump will make Fed Chair Jerome Powell step down early, which he shouldn't be able to do, but Dumpy getting, and who would he put in there, and yeah. So Raymond says, fatuous 45 wants to overturn the Supreme Court decision. Exactly. So he went to a lower court, but it said appeals on it. It had that on its name. So, oh boy. Okay. I'll be seeing the Housewives Tarot today. Wow. Okay. So let's just start in because, the craziness. Yes. Happy Easter. Early Easter. Today is a Good Friday right now in the U.S. I have a calendar that sits right here. It has a little flat stand on the back, so it'll sit and tilt. But I found that I could slide it directly into this little gap on the cat tree, so that I can see here. So I've got art every day. It's an art calendar. One of my sisters and I, we get the same thing. And so every day we're looking at the same art. So in this calendar. But yeah, I mean, it's Good Friday and I understand that, but I can't do today's art. Because it's a little, yeah. So as longtime viewers, you know that I was raised Catholic. My family's Catholic. And our friend Sarah, who comes on the channel, is Christian. More Southern Baptist, but she's Christian, not bashing Christians. But when it comes to certain art, and it has its place. It has its place. But after Passion of the Christ came out, I heard someone use a term that is kind of stuck with me. And we can argue whether it's accurate or not, but it's just stuck with me. That is that, certainly the way I was brought up, you can't talk about physical intimacy. You can't talk about, there's so many things you can't talk about. But there is a certain part of the church that really likes their torture porn. But I understand that is part of people's beliefs. So, but I just don't, that's not for me. Anyway. Witches kitties are okay with me. We don't need gruesome right now with all the nasty stuff going on. I would agree. And I hope you don't think I am, I hope you don't think I'm being disrespectful. It's what I think. But I completely support my family and every Catholic member of my family. So, okay. All right, so we're starting at 6 minutes, 45 seconds in. So, the president dumpster fire, which is no disrespect detected here. Good. All right, so President Dumpster Fire didn't like the SCOTUS ruling concerning Kilmar Garcia, the man sent to El Salvador. And all it said was the U.S. government had to facilitate his return. That's it. So the Nacho Narcissist tried to go to the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals to appeal the Supreme Court's decision? Huh? The response did not go well for him. Notorious hardliner. I love this. Okay, first of all, the judge is a Reagan appointee. I didn't even know there were a lot of those still around. But, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. I didn't really know there were still Reagan-appointed judges around, but there are. And this is Reagan appointee Judge J. Harvie Wilkinson, which, of course, made me immediately think, J. Harvie Wilkinson, his name is my name, too. I don't know why. Judge J. Harvie Wilkinson proceeded to go after the executive branch. Quote, "It is difficult in some cases to get to the very heart of the matter, but in this case, it's not hard at all. The government is asserting a right to stash away residents of this country in foreign prisons without the semblance of due process that is the foundation of our constitutional order." We yet cling to the hope that it is not naive to believe our good brethren in the executive branch perceive the rule of law as vital to the American ethos. This case presents their unique chance to vindicate that value and to summon the best that is. Poke, poke. His name is my name, too. Okay. Oh, good. I made some people laugh earlier. Good. That makes my whole day. So there is no more appeal left for Trump. Oh, in so many ways. Trump definitely has absolutely no appeal. None. Not even a shred. Anyway, there is no more appeal left for Trump in regards to this case. Oh, okay. So how's this going to play out? Whoo, boy. I thought they were, by the way, Nazi Ferratu went on, I guess, Fox News or whatever, and he was, of course, yelling, because that's what he does. Stephen Miller, for those who are new, Nazi Ferratu is what I call him. And he was yelling, which is literally, he cannot do any interview with his inside voice. And he's married. I believe he has children. Okay. But they were, Nazi Ferratu specifically was just lying, just flat out lying. That this poor man who was sent to El Salvador, saying he was, not only was he a gang member, he had broken all of these laws, he had done all of these awful, awful things. He shouldn't be let back in the country because he's just going to do all the awful, awful things. And it was like, wow. And you can lie like that with a straight face. Huh. Or is that where the yelling comes from? It's to hide the fact that everyone knows, including you, that you're lying through your teeth. And basically in every case except for him, I don't care what religion people are. It's just him in particular. It's like you know ethnically you're Jewish, right? It didn't. Okay. Wario Wish is asking, why the heck does he have to yell all the time when he's winning? Because I don't know. He doesn't. He's had to, unhook his toes from the rafters in the White House and come down, and he just wants to go back up into the attic and hang upside down. Wow. Lois says, oh no, he's psychic too. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, okay, this is too hot to drink. My Earl Grey has mildly inconvenienced me. This poor man. At least he's alive. That was good to see, because is it the representative? Basically, Mr. Garcia, his Kilmar Ábrego Garcia, his the person representing him in government went down to El Salvador and met with him. And I guess in the prison they gave him the clothes he had originally been wearing back or something, so he looks like nothing's wrong. But my understanding is we also have pictures where he's circled, and he's part of that group that are forced to kneel like this for long periods of time. And great. Well, we know that this poor man is hemmed in, but this actually feels more and more like the Trump administration is hemmed in. But the dumpster fire does not want to admit that he was wrong, that what he did was wrong, that he handled it badly, that yeah. I'm not getting, okay, first of all, this is all minor arcana. So it's not the big faded energy. This is human level, work it out. Disappointment, to put it mildly. The burden is on the Trump administration, but there he is. Just fade up, king of the conservatives. Just meh. There's the dynasty, and Trump's bludgeon. I have read on this before, and I was getting that Mr. Garcia will come home. But Jim Deere says human can't even pass as human. Oh yeah, I saw an interview with him as well. There was nothing wrong. We did absolutely everything right. Oh, did you shine your jack boots before you went out? Thank you, Bern. Senator Chris Von Hollen. Thank you. I wasn't sure if it was representative or senator. Thank you. Senator. So Bern gave us that information. Senator Chris Von Hollen. Okay. I don't like these cards. I don't like them at all. Card for the reading is the fathead, the tub of lard that is the emperor, judgment, not due process, but judgment, adding insult to injury, and could the sun card be positive? When it comes to this extremist, racist, bigoted garbage, the sun card often turns ugly. Okay, I was going to Wheel of Fortune at the end when I pull this again. Queen of Cups. People are fighting to get this man home. King of Swords. Legal actions, legislative action, something. Page of Wands. Their arguments, the Trump administration's arguments get weaker. Wheel of Fortune. So give it time. I am honestly, I wasn't getting before that he would be unalived, but there were definitely pundits who were starting to say maybe one of the reasons, or maybe why the Trump administration is utterly refusing to bring him back, because they don't want to admit something happened to him. So it was like, oh, I wasn't picking up on that, but oh, that would be really, really bad for him, his family, for everyone. But apparently he's alive. Okay. So this is a little concerning. At 1750, Juan Carlos Lopez-Gomez, a 20-year-old Georgia-born American citizen, and can we just emphasize the Georgia-born American citizen? Was detained by ICE yesterday after a traffic stop. During the stop, he reportedly turned over his ID and Social Security card, but was detained anyway. Much to ICE's chagrin, a judge ordered that he be released, and he was reunited with his family yesterday evening. Will this become more prevalent? Georgia-born American citizen. Okay. My middle sister, she calls that the lizard noise. I think I know the answer to this, but here we are. Kay says, well, he wants to deport all citizens who don't agree with him. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, hi. I was born in Philadelphia. Hi. Both my parents are American. How you doing? Hi. My grandparents are American, or were American. Hi. Hello. Da, 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 da. I can't stand Donald Trump. I think he is a cretin and a rotten human being. I think he, I think a man with 34 felony convictions, adjudicated R word, and destroying our democracy, our safety net. His 25-year friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. And you're going to try to tell me that for 25 years you were hanging around with him and all you ever saw was, gosh, he likes them on the young side. Likes who? Likes them for what? He likes them? What, to have tea and cookies with them? Anyway, that person has no business being the president of these United States. He's a scum from top to bottom. Oh, did I let you know, apparently in New York, they, oopsies, accidentally released his actual statistics. They said he was 5'10" and weighed 287 pounds. It shouldn't make me happy, but I'll take I'll take my happiness and humor where I can get it. Oh, that's good tea. It is too. All right. 5'10", 287 pounds. But will this start happening more and more? Nine of Swords. People are worried. People are worried. Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Oh boy. Four of Pentacles. Devil, Hermit. I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Page of Cups. You have, especially young people, are not happy about all this, but this is protecting family. This is protecting others. This is helping others to grow and thrive. But there's the plan, the awful, awful plan. And if you come up, you don't have your ID, you're a day late and a dollar short with your ID, you're not ultra rich, whatever it is, there's corruption and there's extreme isolation, possibly exile, but extreme isolation. And I still maintain that this administration is doing something else behind the scenes. I don't know what, but there's something back there that's really bad. It'll come out, matter of time, but ooh, yeah. Anyway. Star says 5'10", 280. Sounds about right to me. Alden Pond says, I'd like to lose 287 pounds. Well, I lost 185. Yeah, I lost 185 about 5 years ago. All right. It is going to happen as long as they can get away with it. Sharon says, every day it's something else. That's why I'm here every day. There's always something. I now have a running thing with Miss Sarah where I if I see her in the morning, I just ask her, so what fresh heck is this? All right. Oh, boy. Okay. Now, this next part, I find a little disturbing because I am very pleased with how much our economy has held up so far. I thought it would nosedive sooner than this, and I'm really, really glad it hasn't, because I really don't want you hurting. Thank you, stars. Thank you, Raymond. But I honestly do believe it's just a matter of time. You cannot pile the just layer after layer of strain and stress on the economy and it not at some point just crunch, at least for a while. So my concern is, I explained yesterday about how the super rich live on loans that they generally don't even repay. Like their trust repays the loans when they pass on. Maybe, mostly. And it's because of that and other reasons, and because Dumpy is always leveraged out the wazoo, which is the business model for real estate, but especially that kind of real estate. But there is speculation. Yesterday I looked at who is Trump going to replace, or who's going to be the next Fed chair, because Trump is mad at Powell because Powell isn't dropping interest rates to 0, which is what he wants. Matter of fact, he even floated the idea of negative interest rates. It's like, really? Is that a thing? Yes, it was a divorce. That was a joke. Yes. Anyway, so there's speculation over whether or not Trump will, let alone can, make Jerome Powell leave his post before his tenure is up May of next year. Because the president chooses the Fed chair. Great. So, will Trump succeed in getting rid of Powell early? Oh, Kathleen, listening while my husband's doing his last chemotherapy. Thanks for keeping me company. Oh, bless you and your husband. Bless you. Wow, why do I suddenly feel... look, first of all, I'm fine, but I suddenly feel dizzy. Anyway. Okay, I'm fine. Gosh, there are a lot of swords here. Knight of Swords. Oh, he wants to. Two of Swords. That's a legal decision. 7 of Cups. Through absolute lies. 3 of Swords are in the middle. Ouch. Page of Pentacles. Stacking the deck. It doesn't end the Temperance card, because I don't think he can. Can he? Can Trump remove Powell before his time is up? I imagine he can for cause, and not doing what the dictator says is not cause. Grace says no. Thank you. Because I'm concerned. Of course, Mrs. Powell says he's not leaving. Yeah. Sharon says no, he can't. Will he try to anyway? Because the question isn't, it'd be a waste of time to say, can he do it? Because so often with Dumpy, that's not the question. Thank you, Lorraine. Well, what can the flunkies do? What can the cult members do? Trump thinks he can do anything. He cannot be held accountable for anything he does for his job while in office. He cannot be held criminally accountable, and you know Speaker Mikey the Heretic is not going to impeach him. During this, as if Dumpster says go and Powell says no, they may end up in the Supreme Court. And do what? Seriously. If Trump, this is a little scary. If Trump defies the courts and Speaker Mikey is saying, nope, not going to impeach him, we have a constitutional crisis. Because there's no way to hold President Dumpster Fire accountable. So Sandra Lee is pointing out he got rid of federal workers and they have protections. Didn't stop Musk. Some of them have been reinstated, but not all. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. That's a big uproar. But yeah, this is his dynasty. His legacy, his dynasty. He can do what he wants. Major Arcana on the star. And his supporters, who will not complain, not a single peep. Seriously. If he just says, Powell, you're out of here. I'm replacing you, and I'm putting this person forward, and this is what we're doing. And Powell's like, no, I'm not leaving. This is a mess. M. Kelpie says removal of Powell is in congressional hands. Should be. Lois says Congress has given its power to Trump, so who knows what will happen. Exactly. So, okay, let me just go back here. And then next question, we're going to talk about someone who I don't want to talk about his nickname. All right, fruits of labor. Temperance world, Queen of Cups. So there would be pushback, big pushback, because just like sending people to a foreign country and then wiping your hands of it is terrifying and a massive constitutional crisis. This would be too. This would be bad, because you do not want Donald J. for Genius Trump completely in control of interest rates in this country. Think, oh, he'll lower them to zero. What could go wrong? Oh, so much. So anyway, we're going on to the question. I'm happy enough to read on the topic, but I know these guys are young, but were they raised in a tree? Musk and the DOGE boys, the Dodge boys, including, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is factual. Including 19-year-old Edward Coristine, whom everyone calls Big Balls. We're just going to picture Wipeout. Remember that TV show with the big red that you bounce on? We're going to picture Wipeout. Anyway, includes 19-year-old Edward Coristine and 26-year-old Marko. Eugenics are great. Elez. Yes, Liz, the treasoners. Yes. Oh boy. Oh, do pray for Sharon Rice's mom. Bless. So yeah, Marko Elez has said in public, or written in public, Eugenics are great. Anyway, these two have been working with the State Department and the USCIS to launch the website for the $5 million gold card visas. Coristine and Elez are in charge of luring big donors to migrate here. How will this go? Whew, boy, that's... Yeah, people wonder why I don't date. First of all, I wouldn't be dating someone that young, period. But secondly, just, oh. Anyway. So how's the $5 million golden visa? You Willy Wonka, the president? Cindy Poole says, married 35 years. Sometimes I wonder the same thing. Oh, congratulations. That's wonderful. Excellent. Miss Gibson's asking, why do I feel like it's very dangerous to do this with the gold cards? Because there are some really, really scary, scary, scary people in this world who have money that they got by doing really nasty, nasty things. Yeah. And all this talk of, oh, well, they're going to be vetted. Really? Did they not get vetted if they give Trump, somehow manage to give Trump 10 million more? Sherry's saying the immunity ruling was immunity for official acts only, not flagrant constitutional violations, i.e. going directly against wording of the Constitution. Wrongful deportation is not official. I know that. You know that. Doesn't seem to be stopping them much. Yes, Warrior Witch. Mucky fanboys aren't limited to 20-year-olds. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, great. Oh, it's just the normal kind of, you know how many Russian oligarchs are going to come over? And Sarah suggested to me that we could get a whole lot of clean energy by just sinking a generator over Ronald Reagan's grave as he spins in it. Queen of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Cuts. Out in the cold. Knight of Wands. Yeah, these awful, obnoxious. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. Work, work, work. And sitting pretty. Some minor arcana, though. It's... There's some days I this is a nice, I have a nice clean blanket to try to muffle some of the sound. And there's some days I just want to put my head down on it and just, okay. Whew. Okay. Laura says, but seriously, Reagan wasn't the best. Oh, no, I'm not saying he was. I am not. But compared to what this dumpster fire and his ilk want, I'll take Reagan's tax policies over this any day. He actually thought that the ultra-rich should actually contribute to society. At least a little. Shocking. Anyway. And no, I am not a fan of Reagan. Thank you, Laura. All right. Chemical Squirrel has a question. I'll read on it. I'll pull some cards. I'm not getting my hopes up. But the question is, there was a congressional hearing where former members of the DOJ testified against Pam Bondi. Yay! Good. Will an investigation or impeachment into her and the DOJ happen? After the midterms? But Sharon Rice says, I used to have a mouse pad with a bullseye on it, and it read, bang head here. Yes. I like that. My priestess, hello, says you can use your blanket to muffle your screams of frustration. Pam Bondi. Oh, the brats. Boy, she's come up in the world, especially after what a bang-up job she did in Florida. Four of Cups in the middle. This is the come up to the highest level. This is a refusal again for all kind of decency. And a Hermit with the Ace of Swords. Eventually. Sneakle says, it's amazing how many women are so cruel. It's amazing how many people are so cruel, but I know exactly what you mean. Louis says, it's amazing what $25,000 can buy. I know, right? Adding insult to injury. She's standing behind Trump. She's allowing all of this awfulness. There's adding insult to injury. There's the tub of lard that is, see, it's a tub of lard. I'm not kidding. The tub of lard that is the emperor, and the Five of Pentacles, which is out in the cold. He's not in any reason. He doesn't. She's ride or die for him. So all I can think of is this out in the cold is either he gets sick of her eventually, or maybe she does lose her bar license. Although I want to say, can the Attorney General not have an active law license? Is that one of the stupid things that we've done in this country? I can't remember. Yes, I just noticed the blanket on the chair matches the overlay. Why, thank you. I live for this kind of stuff. Okay. We just have a little bit more to get through. And we're doing this together. We're in this together. Okay. Now, speaking of our economy, this would be bad, but let's have a look. Retelling Savoy was pointing out that the bond markets went screwy last week. Yes. The BRICS and others want to replace the US dollar with another reserve currency. Will it happen? Now, BRICS, I mean, you'd almost have to get Europe on board. Yeah, but is the US dollar going to be replaced as the reserve currency? Cindy says the Attorney General does not require a law license. Just Googled it. Yeah, well, that might be what happens to Pam Bondi. Well, depends what the Bar Association would do, I assume, in Florida. But U.S. dollar reserve currency. Oh, this is not good. 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. We've been the reserve currency. Oh, Lois, thank you so much. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. 8 of Cups. That is left unfinished. We left holes in. That's one of the things. I mean, we don't think a 9/11 can happen because we can't wrap our head around that. That's just something so new on a scale we can't imagine. And a president this corrupt, with this much power, and with a Congress that is willing to let him do whatever he wants. Talk about being an authoritarian. And they're like, he's such a kidder. Not really. Okay. We've left gaps in our laws, in the Constitution. And there's the man who filled them, who twists everything to his own interests. 3 of Wands, waiting for a ship to come in. 8 of Wands. He is going to have more awfulness. And then 4 of Cups. This is a refusal. And the energy that is hitting right at the top of my head is just like, ick. Quit that. Ugh. I don't. So I keep trying to. My Cancer moon, I'm like, are you okay? Do you need a blanket? Do you some cocoa? Bring me some cocoa. Did you get some extra cereal while you were at the store? What were the lost leaders? Did you stock up? And some people hate that. Some people absolutely hate being around someone with a Cancer moon. Like, I am an adult. Back off, lady. I understand. Anyway. So, sure, we'll read on her at some point. So at 47:30, Paula had a question. We love Paula. 47:35. I am all for freedom of the press until I realize faux news is role in this situation. Is there any way to rid ourselves of faux news, as in Fox News? Which is I'm a Scorpio moon. We come with stingers. Well, I'm a Scorpio sun and work very hard to get the stinger down. Just we don't need to use the stinger. Put the stinger down. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. After your chemo, lost your hair. I'm so sorry. Bless. Okay, faux news. Update the timing. The future of faux news here. Amy Collins says faux news isn't claiming their news. They are entertainment, yeah. But somehow they still claim to have the protections of journalists. But then they go into court and say they're not journalists. I do not think that means what you think it means. Warrior, which says the supply of cuss words is insufficient to meet my needs with this administration. Yes. Oh, bless Amy. Lucky girl's here, you international treasure. Good to see you. Fellow Cancer moon, I believe. Actually, you've got a lot of Cancer in your chart, don't you? Oh boy. Fun news. You would have thought after all of the scandals the other year, but that would have been the end of them, but no, not really. Brats. contrary, cruel brats. 10 of Swords. Ow! So much damage. Now our country's isolated. Our people are divided really much more than they used to be. 5 of Wands. Just trying to stir stuff up. 9 of Cups. Oh, that's the merchants. Supposed to be pro-business, but 7 of Wands. This is on the defensive. Because supporting Trump is not pro-business. I'm serious. But Lucky Girl says, yes, double, toil and trouble. Ray was asking, am I the only Pisces? Am I the only Pisces in this joint? I don't know. I just have I have Mars in Pisces. I don't think I saw it. I'm sorry. Oh, Grace is a Pisces. Miss Gibson's a Pisces. Okay. Amy Sanders says, I'm a Libra with everything else crammed into Scorpio. I would be the best dressed assassin you ever saw. I love that. Ooh, Alden Pond says, water everywhere. Your name is Alden Pond. Mom, it's 2 Huskies, Pisces here. Awesome. Valerie's pointing out I'm a Pisces. Excellent. Okay. Phone news is they're just there. They're not really. Yeah. And there's lots of water signs here. Generally speaking, when groups come together around, there's there's some form of leader-ish kind of person, like you visit somebody's channel, or there's a particular actor you like, or there's a particular musician you like, or there's a particular politician you like, or religious figure. Amongst the group, you will generally find that a lot of the astrology isn't exactly the same, not necessarily exactly the same as the central figure, but there will be similarities. A lot of people who come through here, not all, and I'm grateful for everyone, but there are a lot of Scorpio. There's a lot of water signs: Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Those are the big ones. And I have a lot of that in my chart, and we get a lot of people with those placements, but not exclusively. So Anthony's a Cancer. Awesome. So photos, corruption, death, but they're there. That gets the ratings. There's the ratings of Hermit. This is just all major arcana, and them just continuing on. Another day, another bit of cruelty, and another box of wine for Janine Bureau. Some Virgo says Sag rising here. Excellent. Lori's asking, am I the only Leo here? I doubt it. Sneepool says today is the 250th anniversary of Paul Revere's ride. Hey, cool. Amy says, I'm a Cancer. I have no Earth in my chart. I have no Earth either. Warrior Witch says George Washington was a Pisces. Yeah. Gayleen says, I'm a Leo here. Good. Oh, here we go. Sherry says, tomorrow is the 250th anniversary of the first shots fired of the Revolutionary War at Lexington, Massachusetts against the tyrant King of England. So to commemorate, it's a hands off, no kings. You'll be back. Okay. All right. All right, I'll carry questions over to tomorrow. Let's do a card for us. Make sure I get to that. 55, 20. Whoops, sorry. Cards for us. Amy Kircher saying I'm going to protest in downtown Oakland. Fantastic. Peggy Patch says I had 5 ancestors at Lexington who were Minutemen. Wonderful. All right, a card for us. Okay, it says I got my sign chart. I don't know how to read it. Any suggestions? If you get your chart done at astro-seek, SEEK, astro-seek.com, you can sign up for a free account. If you put in your information, you get your own chart. Underneath it will have all kinds of explanations of what everything means. So. And yes, Sabine, to all protesters, please be careful. Yes. Thank you, lucky girl. Card for us. Cards for us. Bullies. We need to stand up for human rights, stick to our beliefs, and we're in the center here. But it's just been hard. Card for the readings, 10 of Swords. This is hurt. And then we have the big bullies and the Republicans letting the dumpster fire do whatever he wants. But we're in the center. And you are what is stopping authoritarianism from overrunning this country. Every time you speak out, every time you vote, every time you agree with someone else who believes in human rights, every time you encourage someone or you share a tip on how to endure these times, you are holding the line. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to do this together. All right. So happy Easter weekend, everybody. That's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much. All right, it is 1:11 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And we're going to get through this together. We'll go through the news together. We will talk and laugh and commiserate, and we're in this together. And there will be fresh art, and there will be I'm here every single day of the year, every day, and I have been for over 5 years, other than 2 emergencies, every day for over 5 years. So you're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. They're out there. Hang in there. All right. Take care, and I will see you later. All right.